Hello everybody, it's the Bricklord here, back with another Ninjago video, and it's once again that time here for an updated Ranking the Seasons video. As of the time of recording this, a couple days ago, Season 15 Seabound has concluded, and that means once again it's time to update the Ranking the Seasons list here, which it really wasn't all that long ago we did that for the island, but no matter, that's fine, we can definitely do it again. Super excited to do this video because these are one of my favorite types of videos to do, and also my thoughts have changed relatively significantly since the island, so definitely excited to share all of my updated thoughts on everything regarding ranking the seasons. As some disclaimers, this will include obviously all the numbered seasons and the pilots and Day of the Departed. I will also not be splitting up season 11. But yeah, with all that general information out of the way, I really don't have anything else to say except we're just going to go ahead and get started with the ranking list. Number 17 pick is easily going to the worst installment Ninjago has ever had, that being season 11. This disaster of a season is just, an absolute wreck. The fire chapter was very bland, boring, and took way too long to get started. The story was pretty boring, all things considered. Then the ice chapter side of things, the army was okay, the ice emperor was fine. There was way too much anime and filler, or a combination of both. And yeah, overall this season was an absolute mess, very poorly done, and yeah, it definitely by far deserves last place on this list. It was just an absolute disaster and the worst installment Ninjago has ever had. Number 16 pick is going to Day of the Departed, and this 45-minute installment, I really don't absolutely hate it. The reason it's on the very low end of the list is more due to length and that it was very lackluster, and they tried to put way too many plots and storylines all together in a very cramped amount of time in 45 minutes, and that just doesn't work. Some of the concepts were good, and continuing Cole's story was fine, but again, the length and trying to cram way too many things into the short amount of time they had just did not work. It ended up being very lackluster. I don't mind rewatching this every once in a while, but overall, the length and the lacklusterness of this installment hurts it the most. Number 15 pick is going to a relatively recent season, all things considered, that being season 14, The Island. Now, if you guys watched my previous Ranking the Seasons video, you guys know that The Island was bumped up a few more spots than where it sits now on the list, and the more I rewatch this season definitely falls flat. It's just really a bland, boring season. It's too short, underdeveloped, and really none of the characters are really that standout. The side characters are pretty boring. The best parts about this season are the designs of the ninja suits, the keepers look good, and the animation is gorgeous, but otherwise, though, the story in the season just falls flat and too short. Also, Clutch Powers majorly sucks, and yeah, really, this was just a season that really set up Season 15 Seabound, and that's really all this season does. This season falls flat overall. Number 14 pick is going to Season 10, March of the Oni, and the reason this sits on the lower end of the list, the first reason is the length. It really could have done with at least 2 more episodes, and then also the Oni army is pretty bland, all things considered, and then the Omega's voice is majorly garbled, and then there's really no character standouts in this season, in my opinion, except like Lloyd and Garmadon, and yeah, this season is just kind of meh, in my opinion. It's okay, and that's literally the best way I can describe this season. It's nothing special, really, in my opinion, so that's kind of really all the reasons why Season 10 sits where it sits on this list. Number 13 pick is going to the 2 amazing and, at this point, nostalgic pilot episodes, and these episodes are really well done. The reason they're lower here on the list is due to the length, because if you compare the total runtime of the pilots, which is not all that much, all things considered, to the runtime of a full-fledged season, they just can't quite compare. Even if there is a season where there is some episodes I don't enjoy, the episodes I do enjoy, their runtime will still beat out the pilots. And again, that's not to say that the pilots are bad, because I think they're really well done, but they just can't beat out full-fledged seasons in their length. But the pilots are still well done, and that's why they sit here. Number 12 pick is going to season 6, Skybound. And yes, I know I'm going to trigger you mega Skybound fans that love this season. I'm sorry, this season just doesn't do really all that much for me. I mean, the premiere is awful. The first 3 episodes, it takes too long for the story to get rolling. It only really starts getting good by the 4th episode. And there's only really like maybe a handful to at most half of the season that I really enjoy. I mean, the finale I think is fine. Nauticon a very excellent villain, and Jay was pretty good in this season as well. But I mean, really, that's all I can say for major pros of this season. I mean, again, this season just really does not do all that much for me, and I don't absolutely love rewatching it, except for the few episodes I actually do enjoy. So that's really my reasons for season 6 being quite low on my list personally. Number 11 pick is definitely going to trigger some people, but it's going to season 8, Sons of Garmadon. And yeah, I mean, this season just really never did all that much for me. It never really grew on me, even the more and more I watched it. Like, I would rewatch it a few times, and it's just still never grown on me. I know people say, oh, it's a darker tone season, and I think, honestly, there is other seasons that have much darker things to them and are done much better. And I mean, there's only a handful of episodes I enjoy. There's a number that are pretty bland. And yeah, I mean, this season is just meh. The Oni masks and the SOG generals are pretty cool. But yeah, there's really not that much great. Also, the finale is absolute garbage. I hate it. And really, the season should have ended 2 episodes prior or an episode prior to the finale. And I know people say, oh, it's the good guys losing. It's something different. Yes, but they did it so boring. And I mean, I remember watching it and I'm like, wait, that's it? That was awful. And so yeah, that's why season 8 really sits where it sits here. Number 10 pick is going to season 9, Hunted. And yeah, I mean, this season is definitely better than its first part, season 8, but really not by all that much. The premiere is pretty boring, and I mean, season 9 is kind of a bland season, especially through the middle. There's only like one good middle episode. I will say the last 3 episodes are very excellent, but yeah, and there's not really too many character standouts or anything like that. I mean, the season is kind of fine, and it's part of the Oni and Dragon trilogy, which never did all that much for me. I mean, it's definitely the best of the 3 seasons in that trilogy, but again, that's not saying a whole lot because the trilogy is relatively low all of the seasons on my ranking the seasons list, but this is the best of them. Number 9 pick is going to season 13, Master of the Mountain. Now, if you guys remember my last ranking the season video, you guys know that this season was up in my top 5. Now, I have rewatched season 13 recently, and the more I've thought about it, I don't know what I was thinking. This season is not a top 5 season. Because if you think about it, at least in my opinion, the second episode is good, and the 2 finale episodes are excellent. And then there's a couple other later episodes that are also pretty well done. But otherwise, though, the premiere is bland. And also the whole middle of this season is bland and stale. And there's also the absolute garbage anime episode. And yeah, I mean, this season, the more I think about it, it is just not warranting of the top 5. Like, the finale is really the only thing I ever go back and rewatch from season 13 pretty much. And that's not enough to put this back up in the top 5. And this season is just fine. Like, that's why it's kind of right here in the middle ground. It's fine, and there's some good parts, but there is definitely some bad parts. So that's why it sits here. Number 8 pick is going to season 2. And I know that this may surprise some people, but I think season 2 is a underrated season. The first half of the season, which I know a majority of people don't like and they consider it to be filler, I think is actually pretty good. And personally, I enjoy almost all of those what people consider to be filler episodes. There's only like maybe 2 that are kind of bland, but they're really not all that bad. They're a little weird, but not bad. And then I know some people also think that the second half of the season is just boring and bland on the Dark Island. And I don't really see that. I think that it's pretty good as well. I like they're exploring kind of a jungly island, a new setting, fighting off the indestructible stone warriors and getting prepared for the final battle. And then as for the final battle, I think it's fine. In this day and age, it's nothing special, but it's still good. And that's why season 2 is up where it is on this list. Number 7 pick is going to the amazing and also nostalgic season 1. And yeah, this season definitely still holds up to this day. I love the villain army of the Serpentine. I love how each of the ninja got focus episodes. We also saw the ninja's true potentials. We also learned who the Green Ninja was. There was an amazing action-packed 2-part finale. And yeah, I mean, this season definitely just rocks and still holds up to this day. And I would say if you have not rewatched this season in quite some time, if you have Netflix or like Tubi or something, go ahead and rewatch this season. I think you'll definitely enjoy watching it again. And yeah, I mean, overall, it definitely still holds up to this day and is a very excellent season. Number 6 pick is going to season 4 Tournament of Elements, and I think this season has really excellent concepts. I personally love the first half of the actual Tournament of Elements. When it gets to the second half, it's still good. It's not quite the story I wanted, but it still is definitely solid. The Anacondri army is good. Chen trying to take over Ninjago is well done, and the finale in the Corridor of Elders is excellent. Garmadon's sacrifice is good, and yeah, I mean, overall, it's an excellent season with especially great concepts, and that's what really puts the season up high, and I just enjoyed the tournament quite a lot. So yeah, overall, a good season, and I definitely like many aspects of it. Number 5 pick is going to, in my opinion, the excellent Season 12 of Prime Empire. And I absolutely love the gamer techie feel. I love how vibrant and colorful this season is. And I just love the idea of being in a game world, being able to do all sorts of different things. Very heavy Ready Player One vibes. I personally enjoyed that movie quite a bit. So that's a pro for me for sure. And I mean, yeah, this season is just very unique and cool and fun. I know some people really don't like it, but I think it's definitely excellent. And it's a good thing it came after the massive disaster of season 11. And yeah, I mean, there's only really a couple episodes that are not that great. The premiere is a little bland, and then the only bad episode is the garbage Detective Zane episode, and you can go probably without watching that and be just fine. But yeah, I mean, otherwise, though, this season is really awesome, and I just love so many things about it. The awesome, amazing, unique setting and everything. So yeah, overall, it's definitely one of my favorite seasons, and I still like it to this day. So yeah, well done here. Number 4 pick is going to be a controversial pick. It is going to season 7 of Hands of Time, and say what you want about this season, but I think it's a really well done season. And I mean, the villains are pretty good most of the time. The Kai and Nia focus is good, and the time blades and the idea of controlling time is absolutely amazing. Going back in time was well done. The premiere of this season is excellent. Also, the second episode was really well done, and I love the villain's backstory and how that was done. Also, episode 70, The Attack, I personally enjoyed that episode. And yeah, there's just so many good things about this season. There's only really one bland and bad episode, and that's Scavengers. Otherwise, though, this season is excellent, and there's just so many good things about this season. And if you have not watched this season in a while, give it a rewatch. It's really actually pretty good, and it's a very underrated season in my opinion. So yeah, I mean, definitely awesome, and I love so many aspects of it. So definitely a thumbs up for me, and one of my favorite seasons overall. Number 3 pick is going to the most recent season as of the time of this ranking, that being the amazing Season 15 Seabound, and I am definitely not afraid to put this in my top 3. This season is absolutely excellent. After watching the entire season, this season is just incredible. Prince Calamar, or King Calamar, is an amazing and absolutely evil villain. Nia has excellent focus. All the ninja are done pretty well. The Merlopian army is awesome. The underwater setting is great. And there is an on-screen death. Actually, scratch that, 2 on-screen deaths. And Wochira is absolutely scary, creepy, amazing, and awesome, and well done. And also Nia's ending, while still not quite sitting with me right, I think was absolutely written well done. And this season is probably one of the darkest seasons, and also one of the most emotional and gut-wrenching seasons as well. And yeah, I mean, overall, this season is incredible in every way, and it's definitely one of the best Ninjago seasons ever, no doubt. Number 2 pick is still the same as the last ranking the season's video, but is going to season 5 possession. And yes, this season still rocks. I absolutely still love this season. I mean, Moro is an amazing villain and character. And I mean, the ninjas rock, the ninja suits rock, the ghost army rocks, all the settings rock, the weapons are awesome, and the ghost dragons are cool. I mean, just everything about this season is amazing. I like the story. The finale is a 2-part action-packed finale. The episode before the finale, Grave Danger, is probably my favorite episode from the season. And yeah, I mean, everything in this season just worked, and the season was awesome. It was also kind of dark at the time. And yeah, I mean, overall, it's an amazing season. It still definitely deserves number 2. And now for the number 1 pick is still once again going to the amazing season 3 of Rebooted. And you guys know I absolutely love this season. Zane was awesome. I absolutely love the Ninjroid army. The Overlord was a million times better in this season than he was in season 2. The vehicles are absolutely beast, and the techie feel was awesome, and the Digiverse was awesome. The finale was gut-wrenching and action-packed. The episodes before the finale, those like last 4, were just excellent, you know, including the finale. I mean, everything about this season rocked. I mean, all the episodes were good as well. And yeah, I mean, just everything was amazing in this season, and I love this season so much, and it's been my favorite for a long time, and it's probably going to stay that way. Alrighty, and that'll now conclude my updated ranking the seasons video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was super enjoyable to make, and I just love doing updated ranking videos, especially ranking the seasons videos. Those are one of my favorites. But yeah, I really enjoyed making this, so I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. And yes, please leave your list in the comments below. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts now that season 15 is out, what your updated ranking is. And I would definitely love to hear what you guys have to say and then reply to your guys' comments. But yeah, with all that though, I do want to mention right now, I do have my own Discord server. If you guys would like to join that, the link will be in the description. It's a cool place. You guys can chat with me, other Ninjago YouTubers, and fans. Once again, the link will be in the description. Also, while you're down there, if you guys could hit that subscribe. Guys, we're only a few subscribers from 200. You guys are amazing. If we could hit 200 here by like the end of the next week, that would just be absolutely amazing. You guys totally rock though. That would be awesome. Also, while you're down there, if you are subscribed, if you have not hit that notification bell, make sure you do that so you don't miss anything from me. But yeah, with all that said though, I don't want to hold up any more of your guys' time because I know this video is kind of another long one, and I know I've talked quite a bit already. So with all that said though, once again, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please comment your thoughts down below. Otherwise though, I will see you all in the next video. So bye!